This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is a case of Staves versus Staves. You all have been together for 4 years, you're married, but whether this marriage goes any further depends on what happens in this courtroom today. Is that right, Ms. Staves?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've opened this case, tell us why.
I'm here because I'm for sure that my husband is cheating. I call him texting some chick saying, I love you. So I looked over and I was like, you love somebody? And he was just like, oh, that's not what it is. You read it wrong. Like, I got 2 eyes. I can see.
Who you telling I love you to?
Yeah, Honor, I wasn't, it wasn't even I love you. It said I miss you.
So who are you conversing with saying, I love you, I miss you, or
Either one.
what other term of affection you want to use?
It was a coworker that I was working with.
Unless your coworker is her.
And it wasn't.
Is she your coworker?
No.
Oh, come on, Mr. Staves. This is Couples Court 101. If you write a coworker talking about I miss you, I love you, what else is she gonna think?
I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not.
You're going by what your shirt says, not guilty.
Not guilty, you gotta feel me, you know, so.
Have you had sex or any contact with this coworker, Mr. Staves?
No, not really. We might hung out and I might say some flirtatious stuff maybe, you know. But
Have you kissed her?
No.
Have you touched her?
No, I didn't.
All right.
So, Ms. Staves, you found this I love you text. What other warning signs have you seen?
Well, we used to go on dates like every Friday. Now ever since we got married, like for the last 3 years, we haven't been on no dates. We used to have sex like 2-3 times a day, and now we might have it once a week, if that.
Okay, here's the thing. No dates? You said no dates for the last 3 years?
For 3 years.
We've been on dates, but they seem like they're not good enough, or like we just trying to recently go out to like concerts and stuff. So I've been wanting to be able to do that for her, you know what I'm saying, as if she did for me before, you know. So I'm like trying to work on
Our last date was a concert 3 years ago. And I took him on that date.
She's saying ain't nothing to appreciate. She's like, there is no dating, so there's nothing for me to appreciate. Which makes me want to go, okay.
Yeah,
you said 3, you haven't gone on one, you used to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What was it like when you used to do this? What was
We used to
the
have
beginning
fun.
like?
It used to be the time where he'd just like pop up at the house and be like, oh, I want to take you somewhere, or he'd be like, I got a secret for you, and then it really, like 2 seconds later, he's like, okay, I can't keep it. I want to take you out on a date. This is what we're gonna do. I end up getting pregnant with our oldest daughter, and a couple of like a year or 2 later, on Halloween he proposed to me. Him and my daughter got on one knee, and she asked me would I marry her daddy.
Oh,
And,
that's cute.
That's how we met. That's how we became a couple and married.
So it was kind of sweet. You all were
Yeah, we used to be
friends.
really close and really had a lot of fun together and loved each other. And I don't know, all the fun is just gone. It just seemed like we do just arguing all the time. And
So, Mr. Staves, what it sounds like to me is when you were trying to get her, your game was up here.
Yeah.
And then once you got her, you kind of dropping your game a little bit. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's not even
Right.
It's not. That's right, but it's a lot of things that came with it. She did stuff like bleach my clothes, you know what I'm saying? And that was before I was even cheating or anything. She accused me of
Before you were cheating?
Yeah, like
Before you were cheating?
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Before she accused me of cheating. I'm sorry. That's why I meant to put it like that. Like
You sure you don't want to cover that? Cover your shirt up a little bit?
It was a chick that we knew, you know what I'm saying, both in a town that we moved to, and she thought I was still seeing her and everything, and
because you asked about her.
Because I asked about her.
House.
Yeah, I asked about her with my own friend, and it was just nonchalant. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, man, I used to, you know what I'm saying, know her like this and that, but I don't know if she still stay over there. That's how I said it. But he went back as if, you know, I was still looking for her. We went by her house and all that type of stuff. But it wasn't even that case, you know.
So, Ms. Staves, why did you bleach his clothes?
Because when I asked about it, he was lying.
What did you ask him about?
I asked him why he was trying to go. Why was he even worried about that girl? Like, I think he was over there seeing the girl. So I bleached his clothes.
Okay, I gotta say, once you bleach a man's clothes, he's gonna be less inclined to want to take you out on a date. I'm just saying.
Okay, that was
I'm
like
not gonna
one
have the tire
incident.
take out in.
It was.
Trying to figure that out.
He said he ain't got nothing to put.
You got nothing to wear.
He got clothes to wear.
Okay, so we know you have these warning signs.
Yes.
These things that are making you think something's amiss. But what do you have that shows he's cheating?
Well, one day I had, like, he went missing and I couldn't, like, get a hold of him. So he
Okay.
told me where he was staying at. So I called that person and was like, hey, is DeAndre over there? He said no. So I called my homegirl and I was like, okay, something's up.
Hold on, let me ask you something. Had y'all had a falling out?
We had an argument, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he's left to cool off.
Yeah,
All right,
or so
that-
he said.
All right.
And so I called my best friend. I was like, it's a mission time, so let's, suit up, let's go.
It's what time?
It's mission time.
Mission time. Okay. Ooh.
So my friend pulled up. I was like, all right, we get in the car, and I was like, we were supposed to go to the store, and she wanted to go to the store way out. So I said, no, I want to go to the store closer by. And I'm telling you, it's God, because God works in mysterious ways in my life, honey. I pull up, before I could even turn off my car, I see DeAndre coming out the store. And so I look beside me, it's a chick in this car. I said, so when he see me, he see my best friend, he already know what's going on.
There's a woman in his car?
No, in her car. It's in her car, but it was only 3 cars. It was the car that pulled up with me and my car and this car beside, and here come DeAndre just strolling out.
So he sees you.
He seen me and he took off into the car. Well,
He's running?
Yes, like he kind of sped up because he know it's back
came
for
outside.
five. So I opened the door.
You open the car door.
Yes, and I drug him out.
You physically drug him out of the car.
Yes.
Oh, how'd you do that? Did you grab him by the shoulders?
No, I
or
grabbed him by his hair.
Oh, real dragon. Oh.
She actually dragged you out of your car by your hair.
Dragged me out the car. I didn't even see her. Like I came out on a whole different mission. But she'll swear up and down that, you know what I'm saying, I seen her and I tried to run to the car and jump in.
Mrs. Staves, for those of us who want to know, what happened next?
We get back in the car, we leave. I can't get a hold of him. We not, like, he still didn't come home. He didn't go, like.
You still
Then
didn't
a
go
couple
home? After
days
you
later-
caught red-handed, you didn't go home?
The girl was my friend, you know what I'm saying?
Of course she was.
She
They always friends.
give me a ride back and forth to work, you know what I'm saying? Trying to help me out, you know what I'm saying? Because I was.
Is this the same friend you miss or slash
No,
love?
no, it's not.
Oh, it's a different one.
It's a different.
Different coworker.
Yeah, this.
Have you ever told her you miss a lover?
No, I didn't. I did not.
Did she see you get dragged out the car?
Oh, yeah. Oh, baby was scared.
She circled back, you know what I'm saying, just to see what's out.
Oh, she pulled off and left you?
Yeah, she pulled off. Yo.
Oh, she didn't have no choice.
Hold on, Mr. Cutler.
She didn't have no choice.
Hold on, Mr. Cutler. She drags him out by the hair. Homegirl leaves him.
Oh,
She's
she didn't
like,
have no choice.
deuces.
But she did come back at some point
She's
just
like,
to probably look and see if he was okay.
Just trying
You
to-
okay?
Just,
Oh, this is
yeah, she
so
just trying
rich.
to make sure I was cool, you know what I'm saying? Cause
So you say nothing happened.
yes.
You are not guilty.
Yes, Shauna.
Right.
That's what you and your shirt say.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
What y'all say?
Cause I'm like,
Have you caught your husband in any other, what's the word, compromising situation?
Yes, I've caught him in several compromising situations. We had a neighbor, she was a hoe, and
Okay, here, I
I'm
understand
sorry, Your
how you
Honor.
feel.
I'm
I feel you. I understand how you feel. But let's just call her
The neighbor.
the neighbor.
The neighbor.
But
Okay, well, we have
the special neighbor.
Oh, yeah, she's special. All right, we have a neighbor that's special. I didn't want him around them, and so I was like, just so we don't have those kind of issues, just stay away from her, you know, just be, you know what I'm saying? Just if you don't want no problems, it won't be no problems if you just stay away from this person.
but how you want me to practically avoid this girl at all costs in this small apartment? If I go if I come down the stairs or go ahead to work, or if I see her outside, I gotta
around and
I
go
gotta
the
turn
other
around.
way.
You know what I'm saying? That
Yes.
it just seemed like, you know what I'm saying, it was a little more controlling than, you know what I'm saying, her just, you know, respecting me or trusting me, you know?
Okay, so wait. Just one question. So you didn't mind her giving you a heads up about it, right?
Yeah.
But what you didn't like is, and if you see her, I don't even want you to look at her. You come back in the house and she goes like all that.
Like,
you didn't like
we had a neighbor, me and my friend hung out with her and the special female and her cousin. They came over, you know, and it's not my house. I can't tell them to leave or none of that. So I sat there for a minute and conversated with the owner of the house. And then I was like, all right, we gotta go, you know what I'm saying, because they up here, you know.
Well, later I'm doing a neighbor's hair.
How much later?
Like 2 days later. It was
2 days later.
Like 2 days later, I'm doing a neighbor's hair, and she's filling me in how he was with the neighbor and the girls and all this stuff. And then when I come outside my house, I stopped doing her hair to ask them about it. He in the doorway with the girl that I told him don't be around, smoking a black and mild or something, or smoking a cigarette or something.
All right,
Mr. Staves.
Mr. Staves.
Mr. Staves, just, can you put your hand over that top part? Do you want to do that?
No, because I'm telling you, you gotta feel it. Look, I'm telling you, I'm not guilty. I promise you that.
Okay, why you with this woman? Why you with the woman, your wife, that specifically said, no?
She opened the door and was like, oh, I see how y'all doing it, how this going now. I'm like, I'm not even doing anything to her. I'm not hugged up with her. I'm not touching on her. She just so happened to come outside and didn't have no cigarette to smoke or anything. So I just gave her the black and I was gonna get up and leave.
Let the girl go find the cigarettes. She know how to find cigarettes. She was finding cigarettes before she met you. With her broke self.
Mr. Cutler, let's look at these accusations. She found him in another woman's car and she dragged him out by the hair. My personal favorite.
Mine's too.
She also told him specifically to stay away from this particular special neighbor. Then you've got that they've not been out on dates. Their sex life has decreased. And I'm sure because of sex life decreased, she's like, well, if he ain't doing it with me, who's he doing with? Right. Am I right?
Right.
And this one-time happy marriage, friends with benefits, friends that become lovers, friends that become husband and wife, all of that is at risk. And if you find out he's cheating, you're done?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard because we got 2 kids together. I don't want to lose it, but at the same time, I don't want to be miserable either.
All right.
Well, in order to get to the truth, this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court will call former military interrogator Lena Sisko to determine, is he cheating? Please report Ms. Sisko in. Ms. Sisko, good day. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, Your Honor?
Doing fine. It's good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
We've got Mr. and Mrs. Staves here trying to figure out whether this marriage is going forward or not. Tell us what you did to investigate this case.
Well, I first had the accused write a witness statement, and I analyzed it for any indicators of deception and truthfulness. And I studied their case file, and I put together an interrogation strategy, and then I interrogated Mr. Staves to see if he was cheating.
As it pertains to Mr. Staves and this special female neighbor, what did you uncover?
When I asked Mr. Staves about the female neighbor, he told me that he was at an apartment of another tenant, and the female neighbor showed up. Then he told me I was not trying to get up on the neighbor, meaning I wasn't trying to have sex with the neighbor. And while he was saying this, he was shaking his head no. So verbally, he's saying no. Non-verbally, he's saying no. So that's congruent behavior, which is indicative of truthfulness.
So you don't believe he slept with the neighbor?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Because
no indicators of deception.
Okay. All right. So the fact that his behavior, what he was saying matched what his body was doing.
Correct.
Is what you rely on to make that determination.
Correct.
All right. So what did you learn about the woman at the store where he got dragged out of the car?
When I asked Mr. Staves about that woman at the store, he was very open with me. So again, providing a lot of detail, so I didn't have to probe for the information. And then he told me that he did have an affair with that woman, and it just ended a couple months ago.
Ms. Staves,
Yeah.
you just heard from our expert that your husband admitted he had an affair with the woman that you saw him with at the store. What's going through your mind?
This is just really embarrassing, and you could have been real with me. You know, I'm probably the only person that, like, if you had been real, I would have understood. Like, if you gotta...
Mr. Staves, I'm not sure you understand that marriage means one person, regardless of what's going on. And when you're in a marriage, when things are bad, I mean, everything ain't always been as lovely as you see with me and Mr. Cutler here. We've been married 30 years. But what you don't do is take those bumps to somebody else to take care of. You stay at home and say, look, I'm mad at you. I'm not happy with you. What are we gonna do about it?
I did that before, Your Honor, several times over, you know.
Then maybe you all don't need to be together. I mean, there's some... There's some marriages that just don't work out for whatever reason. You all have been together for 2 years. You've got 2 children together. You're engaged to be married. But whether that marriage happens all depends on what happens here today. Ms. Durden, you've opened this case. Tell us why.
Well, Your Honors, I believe that my fiance is cheating. He went from being a stay-at-home dad to a stay-at-home cheater.
Oh.
There's been many warning signs that pop up that I see that I do believe that he is cheating.
All right. Tell us about that.
Warning signs, well, one is dating sites. Dating sites keep popping up on our browser. I have uninstalled apps. There's apps on there from him being on social media apps and talking to other women. Like, I'm at home, why can't you ever talk to me?
Okay.
Okay, you say uninstalled apps. I mean, we all have apps on our phone that we just don't use anymore. What's wrong with uninstalled apps?
I don't have those apps. He hasn't been talking to me on them, so why have they been installed and why aren't they on there now?
All right, and then you talked about the dating sites. I gotta ask you, Mr. Baggarly, why are you on dating sites and you got a fiance?
Those dating sites, Your Honor, was from before I met her. I mean, we've been together 3 years now, and...
Okay, so my question is, how did you two meet?
Your Honors, we met on Facebook. We had mutual friends.
Mm-hmm.
He sent me a friend's request, and I did accept it. At the time, I did ask, and he did tell me that he was married, but going through a separation.
Oh, boy.
Yes, so we met in person a little while after that, and about 3 days later, we moved in together.
But he was still married at the time?
Yes.
Okay.
So 3 days after you met in person, Mr. Baggarly, you all move in together.
That's right.
He's got a smooth game.
Well,
3 days later.
yeah, smooth game or something. Because that's it may be more than just game, Mr. Cutler.
Well, whatever he's got, it worked. It got him in
Yeah, he
there.
got him in, all the way in.
All the way in.
Is it fair to say, Miss Durden, that you're afraid that how you got him is how you might lose him? That he was married, even though he was separated?
Yes, ma'am.
That activity, that way of life may not have stopped.
That's exact. He was also, you know, back and forth with his ex-wife when he was still with. He had to put his foot in the door. He was confused about who he wanted to be with at the time.
So there was some overlap?
We were actually living together, all 3 of us, at one point.
Well, hold the presses. Hold on.
Time out. Y'all were all in the same house together?
Me and his ex-wife were still in this. We were staying in the same bed.
This story got interesting real quick, didn't it?
Yeah, like I need a fan because
right.
it done got hot.
So,
Hot up in here.
so Mr. Baggarly's married. He starts seeing you. And then at some point, you, him, and his wife are living together.
That is.
In the same
And,
bed.
wait, I didn't get there yet.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
like, I can't wait.
I didn't get there yet. At some point, you, Mr. Baggarly, and his wife are all living together in the same house. And at some point, you and his wife are sleeping in the bed together.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I'm not gonna ask the question that everybody
Yes,
wants
ma'am.
to know in this courtroom, because I don't even know if I'm old enough. Everybody, not just everybody, but everybody wants to know.
You know you want to ask the question.
No,
I
you know you
know.
want to ask.
Yeah.
What was going on with the 3 of y'all in the same bed?
We were taken as, or I was taken as a joke. It was a joke. Like, he would have all his friends over, like, look, y'all, I got my baby mama, because I was pregnant at the time, and my wife. And they sleeping in the same room in the same bed. Like, how funny is this?
How funny was it?
It was not that funny, Your Honor. Believe that.
Okay.
It was a nightmare.
It was a night.
So he says.
It was not your fantasy.
He
No,
tried.
ma'am.
He tried. He tried to lay in between both of us, and with a big old smile on his face. He tried.
He tried it.
Yes, ma'am, he did.
And?
It didn't work. Ever. Ever.
But now, why do you think he's cheating now?
All right, so I found bra under my bed. Now, he is a very messy person. The laundry hamper in our room can be right here. He's gonna throw the clothes right beside it because he knows I have to pick it up.
Okay.
So I went to go do laundry that day, and I start picking up clothes, and Your Honors, I find this bra under the bed.
Okay.
Now,
how do you know that's not yours?
Your Honor, this is my bra right here.
Oh. Well,
Okay.
even Ray Charles can see that, so. All right,
A little.
I got you. Don't be mad at the double D's. Don't be mad. So you were pretty sure that wasn't yours?
Yes.
And you found it in your bedroom.
Under the dirty clothes. For some reason, she had to take her bra off and put it under the clothes. And he said it was his family member's bra, but that family member clearly doesn't hardly ever wear a bra, for one.
Oh, boy.
So let's ask Mr. Baggarly, why is some other woman's bra in your bedroom?
Yeah, she brings things home all the time, from clothes for my kids to even clothes for herself.
Why am I going to bring a big old bra that I have to stuff?
I wouldn't put it past her to plan it.
Oh.
To just
Okay.
plan it.
Okay.
Ronnie,
Isn't there
you
a
buying
force-
this?
I wouldn't even try to sell it.
Okay.
Isn't the easiest explanation that you had somebody in your bedroom and she just forgot to take the bra with her?
I know the way it looks, but I didn't have nobody over there.
Do you have anything else you want to share with the court?
I do, Your Honor.
All right.
There is an app that you can download if you have any spare phones. It's like a security camera app.
Okay.
You just download it and then you put it where you want it, and you can access it from any other device.
Huh.
Well, I was an hour and a half away with family members, and instead of calling every 5, 10, 15 minutes for him to get mad like usual, I decided to look on the app. And I seen some pictures, because it takes motion pictures, like snaps pictures for like motion. And he's half naked in one, fully naked, and they got another female up in my house walking past there.
And
I have the pictures.
Ron, would you please get those
Yes, Sean.
photos?
Thank you.
All right.
All right, so what are we looking at in this first picture?
This picture, that's his side. He's walking back towards, the hallway where our bathroom is butt naked. You can tell.
Yeah.
And then
This is a
this
female.
next picture.
I see a female wearing a white shirt. That's not me. She is, no panties on from the hips down, no tattoo like I do down my thigh. So it's not me.
Mr. Baggarly, who is this woman who got captured on video?
I don't know. It could have been a family
something.
member walking through the house that day. I mean,
I'm gonna have to call Ghostbusters, Your Honor, because it clearly has to be a ghost in my house. But the last picture, Your Honor, is my favorite. I know what that is. I see it every night. I see it when we take a shower and we get busy, Your Honors. I know what that picture is.
And what is it that you see?
He is standing full attention, saluting somebody.
Completely naked.
Completely naked, letting it all hang out.
look at that picture. That picture looks like the same person in a white shirt. Don't even look like me. If you see, there's a white shirt. And if you take that sensor off, you'll see that's somebody's hand. You can take
Well,
I don't know about it being a hand.
Ron, would you
That's
hand this?
somebody's
Would you hand this to Mr. Baggarly?
Your
Does that
Honor,
look like a hand to you, Ron?
That
Take
is
a
not
look.
a hand.
Yeah.
And nah.
That's that baby maker, Your Honors.
We're here trying to get answers, and so we need to figure out from you, who is this? Who have you been with? Who's the woman whose bra that belongs to?
Well, the truth is, I'm tired of fighting and arguing with her and trying to prove myself for something I hadn't done. You know, this has been going on for 3 years now. I'm just here today to prove to her that I'm not cheating, not at home or anywhere else. And the only reason I've become a stay-at-home dad is because she didn't trust me when I was at work. Your Honor, she's tripping. I can't win for losing.
Wait,
So
you
you-
stopped working
That's
because
right.
of the accusations?
That's right.
This is true.
You all need help.
Is this
We
a
do.
situation that, you know, maybe there's some guilt on your part for how you two got together?
I think it hits us like that with both ways because we've both been cheated on. We both cheated, and then you know how we met and everything. So yes, I do. But it just
This issue of trust or lack of trust is destroying you. We have friends of the court, and we've invited a friend of the court who could shed some light on this ongoing infidelity, these issues of guilt and going back and forth, you this, I'm that, bringing all of this baggage to the table. At this time, the court would like to call reality television personality and author Renee Graziano to come in and share with us and give you all some advice on how to manage this particular space. Ron, would you invite Ms. Graziano in, please?
I got it in, fam.
Uh-oh.
Never been on the witness stand before.
Okay. Well, it's you're among friends. You're among family, so it's all good.
You're a friend of the court.
Yes,
So
okay.
It's good to
that's,
see
that's
you.
a first for me.
It's good to see you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good.
I'm single, that's why.
Oh, okay. Well, sometimes that's what we need, right?
Yeah, every now and then.
Every
you do.
now and then. The issues of infidelity and issues you've dealt with have been played out in the public.
Yes.
Absolutely. So can you give them some examples or can you share with us how you manage that space? And what should she do?
What you should do is, I mean, it's pretty obvious from what I heard that the signs are there and, you know, maybe you need some time away from him.
So what advice would you give them as they try to move forward from this point?
I definitely think that you have a guilty conscience.
yes.
How you get someone is how you lose someone.
Let me add,
If you did it, I would just admit it and get it out and get it over with and then go to therapy.
I think it's so hard for a man, but yeah.
I gotta ask this, would you ever allow yourself to be in a situation where your ex and his new girlfriend were sleeping in the same house with you, in the same bed with you?
Well, they wouldn't be sleeping and I would be on this witness stand for another reason.
Oh, well, there you got it.
There you go. A little mouth wife in me comes out every now and then.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so
Renee.
much for your testimony.
You're welcome.
I think we got enough information. I think we have.
I think we do.
If she finds out that he is cheating, the relationship, everything they're trying to build together, the wedding that they are planning since they're engaged,
Right.
all of that is done
That's right.
if he's cheating.
And to get to the bottom of this and to help them figure this out, this court has done a full and complete investigation. And the court would like to call licensed and certified polygraph examiner Kendall Schul to determine, is he cheating? Ron, would you escort him in? Mr. Schul, how are you?
I'm great, Your Honor. Thank you. How are you?
I'm great. You did an examination of Mr. Baggarly, is that correct?
I did, Your Honor.
And you asked him, did you have sexual intercourse with the woman whose bra Miss Durden found beside your bed? What was his response?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
Boom!
She looks shocked.
I am. I'm very shocked.
Yeah, me too.
You asked Mr. Baggarly, did you have physical sexual contact with a woman wearing the white shirt who was caught on the security camera in your home? What was his response to that question?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
You all are engaged, have been together 3 years, and I can't help but notice there's a 23-year age difference between you all. So, Ms. Adcox, why have you brought your fiance to court today?
I put a lot into this relationship, and I believe that he is cheating on me. When we got together, I was waitressing. He came in as our manager. We got along very well, everything in common. Then we started seeing each other, and then right after that, I started finding out a lot of things. And I believe that he's been cheating on me possibly since we've been together over 3 years ago.
Let me ask Mr. Weaver. I mean, she feels that you all have been having problems since the beginning of your relationship. What are you here to prove today?
I'm here to prove that I am innocent beyond a shadow of doubt, that I love her with all my heart. I want this to be a nice, happy, smooth, stable relationship.
Okay, tell me what it's like in your home right now with her believing that you are cheating on her.
At home, it's really nice. Everything's civil. When I leave for work or if I go out to do something, then and come back home, that's when a problem starts. And,
so tell me what happens when you get back home.
She'll start accusing me. She'll start questioning me, what I was doing, who I was with, why was I gone for so long, and I have to constantly defend myself, like keep a tab of every little thing I did, a laundry list. It's ridiculous.
So what's on the line if you should find out that Mr. Weaver is in fact cheating?
If he's cheating, I mean, I don't have time for this. I've already been in a relationship for 20 years. You know, I have kids. I put in everything into this relationship. I love him more than anything in the world. But I'm not going to stay with him if I find out that he's cheating on me. I want to know today.
You talked about you met at work. Tell me about your first meeting and your first date.
It was beautiful. I mean, another woman that worked there asked if I wanted to go with her to take him out for his birthday, that she was going to take him out for a couple drinks. And so we all went to a place down the street. We went out for a couple drinks. And the friend that I worked with, she left earlier, and we stayed. And we got into a conversation. We got very close. And I had kissed him on his cheek. And he's like, wow, he goes, a woman never kissed me. And I was like, yeah, right, okay. He goes, no, I've never been kissed by a woman in my entire life. I'm like, get out of here. He goes, never had a girlfriend, never been kissed. So from there, we still were working together. We started seeing each other more. We got into a relationship. He said he never had sex. Like, I was his first love, ever, anything.
Okay, so
anything.
You took his virginity?
That's it.
Hey, so Mr. Weaver, you see this woman at work. Were you looking for a relationship? Were you looking for a relationship with an older woman?
What happened is we started out as co-workers. We started to gradually get to know each other over time, working with each other.
Okay.
And then eventually that friendship kind of just developed naturally into a relationship. I didn't question it. I didn't think anything of it because it just seemed so natural.
It just happened.
Exactly.
And she was your first
Yes.
person you kissed?
Yes, Your Honor.
And she's the first person you made love to?
Yes, Your Honor.
What was that like?
Well, when you said what was that like?
Well, I mean...
It was scary.
You were scared.
It was scary. I didn't know what was happening.
The reason I asked, I know that seemed really...
Yeah,
but
so
I
what was that
asked
like?
because, I mean, he was young with an experienced woman. She has children. So I was just like, okay, what was that? I mean, wait a minute. Everybody sitting here was thinking it. They were like, what was that like? I just asked a question nobody else could ask.
And that's why we love you.
And that's why you
You
love
asked
me.
a hard question.
So, not to embarrass you, but no, that's a beautiful thing. You have found your young prince.
Yes.
You're in love.
Yeah.
You are sharing first experiences.
He's treated you like no man has treated you before.
No, never.
Why do you think he's cheating right now?
His family loves us, and they love us together. They've never seen him so happy. So, you know, And so we go there to spend the night. But here's this girl that I've never seen before. The mother's explaining to me, well, she grew up with the kids and she's like part of the family and we're just helping her out. She's just gonna stay for a while. She was mean to me the whole day. She didn't talk to me or anything. And at night she just came in there and she just totally attacked me and beat me up in the house with the family.
So you believe that this is a woman that Mr. Weaver was dating?
Yes, and he had something to do with this girl. And there's no reason for her to attack me. We didn't know each other. I didn't have a problem with the family. She had nothing to do with that. She attacked me because there was something with him.
We're staying the night at my mother's house. This girl comes in. She starts complaining about we're leaving all our trash all over the place. And a fight broke out. They started trash talking to each other. And so I just jumped in front of the door, closed it, and like barricaded myself in between them so they couldn't get to each other. Somehow I lost my grip, the door got loose, and they got into it when the door opened.
Okay, so did you ever have a relationship with this woman in the past?
No, not at all.
All right, so Miss Adcox, is there anybody else that you think that your boyfriend is sleeping with?
Yes, there was another girl. She started working after us. And she's a very pretty, tall, younger girl. She's very flashy, always flirting with him. Which he loves blondes. He's got a thing for them. They're all blonde, everybody I'm talking about. Like, we're working together, but he doesn't notice me anymore. He's constantly behind her, constantly helping her with everything. And then when he's behind the desk...
Okay, I want to ask him about this. This new coworker, were you helping her? Were you ignoring your girlfriend?
No, I was not ignoring her over this other coworker. She was new. It's my job to instruct the waitresses how to do their job, how to assist the customers.
You know, when you work, and I know this, I've been waitressing forever, the work phone is for the workers, and her number ends up being in his cell phone, and she's calling him.
No.
And I caught him one day, and I'm like, who are you talking to? And he hangs up the phone right away. though, so I couldn't talk to her or anything. He goes, she called for you. I'm like, why is she calling for me on your cell phone? I don't even talk to her. We're not friends. No, she called for you. I'm serious. Give me your number. He takes it out of the workbook. Now I call her. She said, I wasn't calling for you.
Okay, so doesn't it make sense that if he's the manager of the restaurant, she's a new employee, he would be paying her more attention?
Yes, but another thing, we went to the beach and he's with swingers, girl and a guy, and he's got them on the phone and they're messaging each other. Swingers.
How do you know they were interested in him?
Because I was standing next to him and they were talking to him and they asked him if he wanted to get together.
When you say get together, what do you mean?
I don't know what they were talking about. Do you want to get together and go out sometime?
How do you make the jump from, do you all want to go out, to swinging? That's a huge leap. I mean, we meet people and they're like, hey, we ought to go out. They might get his number. I don't think they want to swing with my husband.
Yeah.
I could just tell what kind of people they were. And I just looked at them, like, shaking my head, like, more or less, like, you know what I'm saying, don't take their number, let's go. But later on, I found out he did, and they were messaging each other.
Okay, and what were they messaging each other?
The guy asked him, when are we getting together?
To play golf, to go out for beers, to watch the game?
I'm sure he knows.
Why do you think there's something bad about that?
Why was I with it? Why did he lie to me?
The light bulb just went off in my head.
Why is he lying?
Okay, tell me, because I want to sit back for this. Tell me.
She told him not to take the number, and he did.
So
that means she thinks that he's doing something that he shouldn't do. But
he's a grown man. He can take somebody's number, a guy's number, if he wants to.
But why is he lying? We're in a relationship for over 3 years. Why would he lie? That would be
Wait, hold on.
Taking your number and then leaving and then telling him later on, I don't have his number, and then you messaging me later on saying, are we going out? Why is he lying? Why does he keep on lying? Why am I fighting these lies?
Well, I think if he's trying to explain it, and this is what he gets when he's trying to explain it, I can see why he just said, I'm not saying anything. Mr. Weaver, what is this like for you?
I just know what it's like for me.
It's very mentally taxing.
Right?
I work 12-hour shifts minimum. I commute 2 hours to work each way. So I have no time to even
It takes
fool
you
around.
45 minutes to get to work. My son just drove to work the other day. That's another lie right there. It takes you 45 minutes to get to the.
It takes an hour and a half in traffic, and I've been taking a train lately because our car's broken down.
That's just now. We're
And
not even
that's 2
talking
hours.
about that.
All right. Well, to get to the bottom of this, the court has ordered a full forensic investigation on Mr. Weaver's cell phone, and we have those results. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Gregory Evans into the courtroom?
Yes. Here he is.
How are you, Mr.
I'm
Evans?
fine. Yourself, Your Honor.
Good to see you. All right. You performed a full forensic investigation on Mr. Weaver's cell phone, is that correct?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
All right.
Mr. Evans, did you find any interesting communications between Mr. Weaver and women?
Yes, I did. I found a fairly recent explicit picture that the defendant had deleted off his phone. And the picture is faceless, but it's, well, here, it speaks for itself.
Oh. We are looking at a woman's breasts.
And this photo of a topless woman was found in Mr. Weaver's phone?
Yes, it was.
And it had been deleted?
Yes, it had.
Mr. Weaver, were those breasts on your phone that you deleted?
I don't feel like I recognize him.
Okay, well, Ron, would you please hand him that
Yeah,
photograph?
because I don't have any, so I guess that wouldn't be mine.
Oh.
Yeah. So you recognize him now?
I do.
And whose breasts are those?
Those are the plaintiffs.
Okay. Well, plaintiff, can you show that to her, please?
Oh, shoot. Never mind.
All right.
So, okay, he's saved on that one.
Thank you, Ms. Adcox.
Mr. Evans, did you find anything else in Mr. Weaver's phone that raised your suspicion?
I did, Your Honor. I really did. As I said, I did a full forensics investigations of the defendant's phone. That includes anything he deleted, such as pictures, videos, and text messages.
Okay.
That's how I came up with this real racy conversation between Mr. Weaver and a woman.
All right, this is from Tim. It says, "You're sexy. I love you so much, sexy."
She responds, "I love it when you make love to me. It's very sensual, sexy, hot, and loving."
And Mr. Weaver responds, "You're so sexy." Okay. You recovered this in Mr. Weaver's phone.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Weaver?
I know exactly what that is. That's actually a conversation between me and the plaintiff. We use several different cell phones, and sometimes if one phone is off and another one's on, we have to switch out, and we might have a lot of these conversations.
I don't even use that word, sensual. I don't even know how to spell it.
That's one of our conversations,
That's
word for
not
word. That sounds
mine.
exactly like us.
So, Ms. Adcox, this is not you. You're not the woman who's shown in the text message.
That's a no. How are you feeling?
Mr. Evans, this communication, was it with a woman named Babies?
Yes, it was.
Is that what he calls you in your phone?
Yeah. I never use the word sensual. I can't even say it or spell it. I'm not an idiot or stupid, but I just don't. I'm like, that's not my...
You busted it out there, I mean.
All right.
To further investigate this matter, the court has engaged the services of licensed private investigator and polygraph examiner Kendall Scholl, who was a special agent to the FBI. Ron, can you please escort Mr. Scholl into the courtroom?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Scholl, how are you today?
Great, Your Honor.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You conducted a polygraph examination on Mr. Weaver, is that correct?
I did, Your Honor.
Mr. Weaver was asked, since March of 2014, have you had sexual intercourse with any woman other than Ms. Adcox? What was his response?
His response was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined he was being truthful.
All right, Ms. Adcox, if you want any chance of keeping this young man, you have got to lighten up. He says when he comes home, you start barraging him with questions. Where have you been? Why does it take you so long to get home? A man can't live like that. A woman can't live like that. If you keep looking for something, you're gonna find something and you're gonna blow it out of proportion and this is gonna be a big mess.
Yeah.
This young man has told you, I love you, I want to be with you, I want peace and harmony in my home. That's what he wants. Make that for him.
Yeah.